Up with it, everybody. So, from watching my videos on my channels, for people who have been watching my videos on my channels, I've been labeled with schizophrenic and bipolar since I was 15 years old. I'm 36 years old now, On March the 3rd of the 3rd, on Tracy, on the 3rd of the 3rd, I'll be 37, this year coming up in 2000 and deuce nickel, and it's very hard when you got to deal with schizophrenic and bipolar mental illness. That's what they label me with, and it's rough. It's really, really exhausting. Boxing with your demons until your knuckle turn purple, dealing with people, having those outbursts, the demonic and satanic activity, the devil, and, dealing with the devil just knocking on your door, all the panic attacks, all the anxiety attacks, the nervous breakdowns. We go through so much spiritual warfare. It's so uncomfortable. Now try dealing with all of that with having a job. It's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard because you got to deal with so much pressure and pain and suffering every day, all day, and being attacked demonically and satanically. That's what spiritual warfare is called. That's the right way. See, the government wouldn't want people to know that, so they just label you schizophrenic and bipolar. Check out the symptoms of what they go through and you'll see. And this isn't just for people who have it, but for everybody who knows about it too. Because then you learn how to deal with people who have to deal with this disabilities and live that way. You know what I'm saying? Think about if it's a co-worker on your job. Think about if it's a cousin's friend, a girlfriend's brother. Like, you know what I mean? Because we all know somebody who, none of us is perfect. And God designs us all different and we all go through things. You understand that? We all got to box with our demons and deal with devils at times in our life. So I'm giving you my story of my great motivational speaking so you can learn and listen and learn and do better. And I remember when I was working in the county courthouse up in Caucasia City, it was hard. It was rough. Because like I said, I had a couple of bosses who was good. You know what I mean? I had some amazing bosses. Jose was amazing. Carmelo was amazing. Roberto, we wasn't perfect until we got to really get to click and know each other. He was amazing. And Jamie was amazing. You know what I mean? Jack wasn't that bad, but everybody got their own stories. You feel me? But I had other bosses who was just awful. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Patrick, he was just awful. And Mike, they was awful because they always wanted me to be something I'm not. They always wanted me to do something I'm not. And when you feel like you're in charge, you feel like you're the boss of somebody, people kind of forget the difference of being the boss and controlling somebody. So we was never going to click because he always was trying to control me. You know what I mean? And Mike, he was an underboss, so he was always going to kiss the boss's ASS. You feel me? Just to get by and make a check. So, you know what I mean? I had it rough, trying to keep a job, doing building maintenance in there because of what I was dealing with. But I was so tired of not being able to take care of myself and do something that I had wanted something to do. I would force myself to just get up. And that was God's way of letting me know I don't got to stay like this. Just because I got to deal with schizophrenic and bipolar mental illness, as they labeled me, from the disability, from when my cousins, my nieces and brothers did the humiliation rituals, the blood sacrificing ritual, and shot me in the head with the dust blunts and all other demonic stuff, And my other brother gave me a devil egg. So I've been through it. I've been through the fire. I've been to hell and back. So it's hard. This is for everybody who works with a disability. It's hard. It ain't easy. We got it harder than anybody because unlike somebody else just working, they probably don't like somebody on a job, or they just don't feel like doing the job, or you know what I mean? They don't want somebody to tell them how to do it. We got to deal with boxing out the negative energy that we deal with and do our jobs. There's a difference on that. So you feel me? I felt that it was only right, since I've been through it and I go through it, to speak up for people with disabilities who has gone through it and who has to live with this for the rest of their life and make a living trying to survive in this cold world where you got to deal with spiritual warfare, box with your demons till your knuckle turn purple, living a living hell, having a happy death date. So it's like a gift and a curse that comes with it, So this is for everybody with ADHD, ADHD, autism, everybody with schizophrenic, bipolar, everybody with multiple bad stress disorder, who've been in a war, you know what I mean? And then you ain't have to actually be in the Army, the Marines, or the Navies, but some people, like Seafood, been in a war on the streets. And it mentally, psychotically, it does things to your brains. It does things to your system. You feel me? It changes you. You know what I mean? When you're dealing with demonic activity, you feel me? So this is real for everybody out there who go through it. I made the best of what I had when I was at my job, but it wasn't easy. But there was a lot of coworkers who showed me love while I was going through what I was going through. Every time I'll be having an episode, they'll all come up on the elevator and they'll come and show me love. Sometimes the bosses or some people will come to my floors and come check up on me and show me love. It gave me strength and energy to get through it, because it's hard. It's rough out there. You know what I mean? Think about hearing voices and trying to do a job. You got to be able to concentrate. How you going to be able to do your job if you can't concentrate? You need to concentrate to do the job, right? So it was rough. It was real, because I was going through it, but because I had God on my side and God's Jews, God's children to help me through it, I was acing the work. But some days was harder than others, and some days was even harder than those other days. You know what I mean? Some days my system was just shut down. I was just too exhausted from fighting to want to even do something. You know what I mean? And I still have my flaws the best. Still have my flaws the best. You know what I mean? But it was a challenge. It's always going to be a challenge when you got to deal with something like that. You know? And I always look at it different because, you know, even though I was going through it, and I still go through it to this day, I just know how to deal with it better from all the time since I was dealing with this since I was 15. I'm 36 years old now. So through the times of tribulations, you learn how you grow. You know what I'm saying? You live, learn, and you do better. I learned how to severe and come to the code, and it made me strong by fighting against it. I had to, and nobody was going to do it for me, and then nobody was going to do it like pick me up and do it with me. You feel me? I had to take the steps with God. I had to walk it like her shoe. You know what I'm saying? I had to walk it like him. It was one set of footprints in the sand, then it was two set of footprints in the sand. When times get hard and it hit the fan, God gonna walk for you. He carried me, man. So I had to walk it like Hershey Walker. You feel me? I had to get my football steps in. You know what I mean? I had to learn the difference. I had to learn how to cope. I had to learn to use a strategy when it's too painful, when it's too misguided. I had to misjudge. I had to learn all the different ways to cope through it. When I'm having the episodes, when I'm having the manic episodes, when I'm having a panic attack, when I'm having an anxiety attack, a nervous breakdown, or sometimes all three at the same. If someone was casting a spell on me, so another family member was doing another ritual to me. You understand what I'm trying to say? If they was blowing dirt, blowing smoke, going to the graveyard and doing the dirt, doing more rituals to me, you feel me? Spirit cooking the mountain pot, I had to learn. And I had to get my strength up. And with God, I had to get my weight up. So once I leveled up and I locked in with God, it wasn't that it was the best, because I'm still going through a living hell, but I learned how to be strong and do it. And no matter what the devil did, I showed God that I was his son. You know what I mean? And that right there is the confidence that everybody needs in life. When the devil knock on your door, you don't have to answer it. You do not have to open it when he knock. You keep giving right with God. So this right here, as we ended in the year 2004, as we go into 2000 and deuce nickel, I want everybody to walk with the head up and the head high. All right? All right, so I want everybody out there, stay on God time and not on demon time. Stay off demon time and stay on God time. And remember, I got you, you got me, we got each other, and God got us. It's not up for a debate. It's not up for a discussion. Psh. Real recognize real, right? Yeah, okay. So say it with me from your heart, from your spirit, from your soul, and say, I got you, you got me, we got each other, and God got us. Remember that every time the devil knock on your door. It's North Side, God's plan. Up with it, let's get it, and strengthen the bond daily. I want everybody to leave an upward and comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, North Side, God's plan. Till next episode, Aces, up with it. Happy holidays, y'all.